trying to catch up because, man, I had a slow week last week and it's just like impossible to catch up. So that's probably going to be my main focus, responding to DMs. If I haven't gotten back to you, I'm so sorry. And my intentions for the call, just to remember what we do here. I'm sure there's a lot of things to talk about. And I'll throw it to, let's see who hasn't gone yet. Looks like Almond hasn't gone.
Thank you, Griff. I'm feeling motivated for everything that's coming for Giveth. My focus for this week is Denver, the GM podcast, and keep shilling Gitcoin grand. And my intention for this call is to listen in, and I'll pass it to Ashley.
Thanks, Almond. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm feeling really grounded today. My focus this week for governance, I guess, is just making sure everything's ready for the end of the givebacks round tomorrow, and streaming the call, intentions for the call to stream it. I think I've got a lot of other priorities, but I'm kind of just getting into my to-do list right now and getting organized for the week. I will pass it over to... Let's see, I came in kind of late. How about Nico? Did you go?
No, I haven't. Thanks, Ashley. Yeah, I'm feeling good today. It's sunny, so I'm very happy. And yeah, my focus for the week will still be buddy calls and also our HR call this week and other HR related action items. And yeah, I'm not distracted. And yeah, I'm just here to listen and be updated as well. So I'm passing it to Lauren.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Nico. Yeah, my focus for the week is honestly, I feel like I'm 2 weeks behind on my emails and notifications. So like maybe starting to not drown under the many things that people are pinging me about. But so getting caught up, but also Gitcoin Alpha round shilling, and I really want to get the swag order for ETH Denver set up, plus getting caught up on development stuff and making sure we're moving forward with the homepage and all the things. My focus for the call, I'm interested in talking about like the DAO working group, subgroup DAO things, and just kind of whatever else is going on. And yeah, I'll pass it on to Kai.
Whoa, hey. Yeah, I'm a bit distracted by working, lots to do. Many things coming up on our infrastructure that need maintenance, so that's my focus for the week. Otherwise, I'm not distracted, ready to hear what's on in governance. And yeah, I'm feeling quite okay. We're snowed in, might prove productive in the end. Who knows? Who still has to go? Damn. So many names. And now I multi-touched away here.
Let me help you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. My focus for this week is I have to create lots of issues and I have to clean up the board. And I'm very distracted because of the family. I just want to do a quick check-in and see all the agendas, and I may leave the meeting sooner than usual. And I pass it to Freshell. I hope Freshell is not there.
Freshell already went, actually, but we can pass it to Corey.
Yes, thank you.
She cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I just realized, yeah, it did freeze on my end. Yeah, I said I'm feeling really good. I'm really ready for this week, round 2 of the Gitcoin grants. So that's definitely my priority, is to make sure we're getting out as much as we can and closing it off with a strong finish. and also some other things like focusing on the homepage copy, and a couple other things related to that we've got some issues pending in GitHub. So yeah, and for the governance call today, I'm mainly just listening in and seeing where I should be putting my attention. I've been paying attention, but at this point we've gone through so many people, I'm not sure who's left.
Let's Giant King, go ahead.
GM. I'm feeling great. Crap, Tony the Tiger. Flashbacks. Focus of the week. Just catching up. Want to see what's going on and make sure I'm up on the votes. I think I finished the votes today. Intentions for the call. Oh, I already said it backwards. Just to catch up. And again, I don't know who's here. I just walked in the door.
Sure, let's pass it to Heather.
Yay! I'm feeling good. My intentions for this week are some HR tasks, some screening interviews, and keeping up to date with the forum. And my intentions for this call is just to listen in and get some updates. And I will pass it to Yas.
Thank you, Heather. Hi, everybody. I'm feeling okay. My intentions for this week is the Gitcoin Alpha Round reach outs, the Ethereum Foundation grant that we're working on, and other topics on our fundraising agenda. And for this call, pretty much want to just stay up to date as on a weekly basis, so no particular intention. And I think that's all of us, or maybe Amin, actually. Throwing it to you.
Hello everyone, just join now. I want to sync up with you and be updated. Is that we have put again? I don't know. I just came in. I don't know who has not gone.
Yeah, we can hear from Mo.
Yeah, so hey everyone. I'm feeling very stressed because there's lots of things that I have to work on, and here just I'm sorry. My intention for my focus for this week is Gift Simulator and the project restructuring, and some other stuff. And intention for this call just sync up with everyone. And I really don't know who I should pass. Mitch, can you please just...
Yeah, let's give it to Santi.
Thank you, Mitch. GM, everyone, feeling good this week. Intentions for the call is just catch up and discuss a little bit together with Frank about the unstoppable domains. And intentions or focus for the week is the PFP collection and partnerships with PFP, other NFT protocols. And back to you, Mitch.
Yeah, and I think the last we're going to hear from is Kotabe.
GM, everyone. I am feeling good and rested because I had a weekend off on the city of the Eternal Spring, which is such a different weather than Mexico City. It was very nice. My intentions for the week is a little bit of the ambassador program, the podcast in Spanish, and Gitcoin grants. And my intention for this call is to sync up and talk a little bit about the Give Me Later and Maze, professional Maze. So that's it from my side. I'll pass it back to you, Mitch.
Great. We got everybody. You want to just put yourself on mute? It sounds like there's a baby in the background. Or a cat.
Yeah, it's a cat. Okay, give me one.
Okay, cool. Let's move into some priority check-ins here. Going from the top of the list here. Karma integration. So just a fun update. I had a meeting with them. And we kind of have to do something like we do with source cred, like we got to give weights to everything to actually like start it. So I'm preparing a forum post. But what we need to figure out is like what sort of metrics, if any, would be useful to track in our Discord and give people a score? Some things that we know we can already do is like messages sent in the whole server, messages sent in a given channel by a particular author or user, emoji reactions on messages, the length of the message. So, I mean, it can get pretty granular, and I'm just wondering if you guys have any ideas of things that would be interesting to see. I can go back to the Karma team, see if it's possible, and then I can finish up this forum post. So, is there any ideas around this? Things that would be useful to track. Go ahead, sorry.
I don't have... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, Katabi, I'll go next.
Okay. I don't have any kind of like specific thing in mind right now. Maybe I'll just check it out and send you something on a DM. But one thing that I saw in the forum that I think it was a really good comment was be careful with some things that you might like say messages, and not because you write the most or you're sending the most messages, you're providing more value. Just be aware of those things. But right now, I don't have any specific thing. I'll just read these, and if I have some feedback, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. So the cool thing there, like, and we can exclude messages under a certain character length. My personal thing is like, I probably won't want a Discord integration, but it's there. People think that it'll add value. Go ahead, Claire.
Katabi's point leads quite nicely into mine, actually, because I was thinking that maybe if there's some way that we can measure like people's reactions to somebody's message, how they interact, does it get much traffic or traction? If we could measure that in Discord, it might be quite interesting.
Like replies or emoji reactions.
Yeah, just to show, if people are interacting with it, then it shows that it's perhaps offered some value.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in tracking, maybe not a lot of value in scoring for distributing anything. But of course there's value in tracking. Yeah.
We can abstract these things, right? So, I mean, we can give people a score on one end, but maybe that's not the same as like what they actually get rewarded. But go ahead, Griff.
Look at kind of what our weights were for source cred and maybe at least get some past data. I think we could maybe learn some things from what we've already done messing around with source cred to see what could be valuable moving forward. I agree that...
But there's no Discord integration for source cred, no? Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, there was, you're right.
And I think from my experience and looking at the source cred data that the messages, like you said, is not worth tracking, but the reactions maybe are, and we could have designated emoji reactions that we use only for, like, I think this is valuable, or like just certain emojis that we track, that it's like culturally known that we only use these for like for signaling where value is provided or something. Instead of it just being hearts or general likes or rocket ships or something, we could have a specific emoji.
Yeah, I remember we did that with the source grid thing. Honestly, I feel like it's really hard to remember the ranking of the emojis and things, and it gets like really confusing. I like the idea of tracking and not scoring at all, because I just feel like some people just talk more in Discord because it's like their job, like it's their job to post announcements, so they post announcements, and people react to it because they announce something that a lot of people work on. So anyway, I think
just for tracking, we're already tracking this, just to let you know.
We don't really need a Karma integration to track it. Like, we do that already with our own server analytics, no?
We already have Orbit and Orbit integration that we use and can track Discord and Twitter and all of the different platforms that we have. So if it's just for tracking, we don't need Karma to do it.
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, just to I had the same thoughts that what Lauren was saying. It's just some, positions inherently require more Discord communication, and other people are on calls all day, so it's kind of doesn't give a good image. But what I am thinking is, outside of tracking this for internal contributors, it's really interesting to take the perspective of having community members in the Discord and seeing who are the most active ones there, like who's like participating a lot and active in our Discord. So is this also intended, it's just intended for anyone in the Discord, right? Not just Giveth contributors. Yeah.
But I just want to like back up here because we're starting to get a bit out into it. It's just like, what kind of things would you like to see me add to a forum post about a discussion about the parameterization? Like there's going to be the whole details are going to be this big long thing and it'll be probably a few weeks of discussion. But like, if anything would be interesting to you at all to score and track in a Karma integration in Discord, what would those be?
I know Giant Kin had something to say, and I would love to hear what he's going to say.
Yes.
Well, now you're going back off traffic. The stat bot actually shows all that too, and you can actually filter who is included in that. I think Orbit, you could do the same if you wanted to limit it out from the contributors instead.
Right, StatBot.
Tagged you down below there somewhere.
Yeah, I saw that there. I didn't get a chance to look at it. So StatBot already provides a lot of these analytics, right? That's what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Not the emoji ones, which is that'd be harder, I would think. But it does do the messages. Like I can tell you who's the most messaging on the average, and she's on this call.
Okay, cool. Great. Okay. Well, that was some ideas, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, I'll wrap up this forum post and then we can keep the discussion going there. There's another thing here. Giveth names by punk domains. Maybe Franco or
I put it there. I just wanted to bring an update on what's happening with punk domains. So we got our minting site live already. I mean, it's there, it's finished. You can click on it and it will take you to the site. I had a meeting with them last week. We were talking with Santi as well there. And we're finishing up some things, but what they finished the sites and what they wanted from us, like the first thing is a spreadsheet with all the info, like handle plus wallet of the people, like the core members of the team who wanted to reserve a name on, like reserve a domain, like a .giveth domain. So it's like a pre-minting kind of thing, so they don't get like swept away by someone else. So there's a spreadsheet there. There's a link. I created a spreadsheet. So if you want to put your name down or whatever, like you want it to look like, yeah, exactly. And yeah, I just wanted to like also everyone to check out the site and give some feedback if you think it's good design wise, or if it's looking good, or if you have any suggestions. And then they asked two other things. That was about the hosting of the website. They asked if we would like to host the names.giveth.io in our website, and if we wanted to put the GitHub repository in our GitHub as well. So that's like the updates there.
Awesome. Do you want to talk about this right now then?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if what everyone thinks. This is like what they asked me, and I thought like maybe this was a good place to bring these questions about the hosting and the GitHub repository. If everyone thinks that we should do that, like.
On top of Franco's points, I'd like to add that we discussed with them the option of having a discount for PFP member or owners, and they said that they can implement that. So that's something that we will be able to have if we want to add that as utility for the PFP collection. And concerning what Franco mentioned, I think it would be good to have it on our own on Giveth page integrated somewhere, just maybe next to the PFP collection or with a look and feel, a Giveth look and feel, because their web page is quite, straightforward. And concerning the spreadsheet that they mentioned, they are offering us to reserve some names for the team members that we suggest, and I think that's cool and it's nice. Their offering is nice, but at the same time, if we include everyone on Giveth, every contributor, a lot of people is not going to end up having to buy a domain. So I don't know, we could, if we are intending to get a PFP, we can have a discount. We can have several members if we want, or keep some domains, reserve some domain names. In any case, they are offering that option to us for free. I understand that it's for free, but we should be a little bit careful with that option.
Okay. So like that, we would reserve the names, but still need to pay to register them, or
what I understood is that they would, give them for free a few names, for the team members that we suggest.
Yeah. I understood the same, that like it's just like they're as a gift or like a thing, like they're just like willing to give us like the names of the core contributors of Giveth. But you have a good point there, Santi. Like if the whole point of the thing is kind of like 80% of the minting of the name is going to go to the matching pool anyways, so we might as well just pay for them and kind of like reserve them maybe, but not get them for free. I don't know.
I disagree. I honestly, I feel like our team does enough donating, and that we should have more perks for the team. And I would say, maybe I don't like making our team the number one customer of Giveth. I don't like that framing. So I feel like we should keep our $25, and any team member who will use a Giveth domain name, they should take it up on this. That's how I feel. So many of us are like the largest donors on Giveth. It's not the way it should be.
Okay, we can then, all we have to do is create a spreadsheet with the names that we want them to reserve, and they will take care of that. So if we put that in place somewhere, we will facilitate that list to them, and they will reserve those names for the team.
Yeah, the spreadsheet is created there, the link's there, so you can put your name down. Like I already did that.
Let's talk about eligibility then, just so we're clear on that. Do we say same as the NRGive? Like, do these people need a role proposal to get a free name, just so that it's clear?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. Just creating more boundaries that we don't have issues later. Okay, thank you. And there was another thing that I thought of for a second. So just to clarify on this point, and this is more about the PFP, we would probably only want to give it to people who mint a PFP and not necessarily hold one, right? Considering that they're transferable. Right, Santi?
That's a good point. Yeah, we should consider the one that's minting and not the one that owns it.
Yeah. Give discounts only to minters, not holders. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then about this point about hosting it on the Giveth domain, like for example, names.giveth.io, is there any opinions around that? My first thing is that it would be cool if it had some Giveth design on it if we were going to host it on our page. at some point? Maybe that's too much work right off the bat.
It's up to us to decide, but I completely agree that if we're going to host it, we should at least, redesign it so it has the look and feel of Giveth design.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like they're already using our font basically here, but just, give it a background or something,
And the logo, change the logo, and slight changes that make it quite similar to anything else that we have on the webpage.
Would anyone consider that a blocker to create a names.giveth.io domain or a subdomain? No. Just because I know I'm listening to Mo's check-in, he's like, "Oh God, please no more design." So that's cool. How Giveth design on the minting page, but not a blocker. So I think then that's a yes to create a subdomain, have it hosted right on our website somewhere. Speak now or okay. Cool. Great. Any other questions, Santi or Franco?
No, I think that's quite clear. We have the list. We have to announce somewhere internally that anyone who has a role proposal can go ahead and add their name to the list. And we're going to tell them that we would like to host it on a subdomain from Giveth.io and slightly fine-tune or adjust the design of the page, and that be it. And finally, the minter is going to be the one that's going to be considered for discount once the PFP collection is launched.
Yeah, cool. That'll be easy, I think. Anyway, last thing here, creation of awards subDAO.
Yeah, that was also me. Sorry that I put two things. I just wanted to bring this up because it came up in the last reward team meeting. And Ashley mentioned that, like, in relation to the working group, like budget subDAOs kind of thing, I wanted to just bring it up that we are working on creating a subDAO for the rewards team in order to make the distributions for the praise system. So I just wanted to bring this up. I don't know, it's going to be a first experience, at least for me, to create a subDAO within Giveth, that's going to manage, and maybe it can be discussed later when we discuss the working group subDAOs and stuff.
Exactly, because you're going to have your own budget, right, within there.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
The budget will be explicitly for distributing rewards.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool. And of course, I can help you do any of that subDAO stuff. And to clarify, this will be an Aragon DAO. Yes, okay. Cool. Well, we're at 9:34, but maybe a couple of minutes just to touch on the subDAO topic again. I think we last week kind of came around to the idea of having just 3 subDAOs, if anything. One for each circle, so governance, platform, instead of 17 to start with. I'm wondering, does it feel early start the process for you, Claire, or should we wait?
I think it's a really good point that Ashley and Franco have brought up about going through the rewards team process first, see what happens with them, what they've learned, what they can pass on, and then you could hand it over to the other circles to see what sort of subDAO they'd like to create.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, this is all new anyway, so I'm interested in learning along the way, and for me, this would be a good opportunity to learn and then see what happens. I don't know how everybody else feels. And some of you oldies have already been through this process already. So
What would be interesting for you to think about, Claire, when you're doing the accounting thing, is since we're going to have these 3 bigger groups, and if they're going to be managing their own budgets, like, what would those estimates be? Because right now I think you broke it down by working groups, but then realistically we're going to be working by circles in terms of budgeting.
yeah, we did break it down into working groups to give us a bit more understanding around the detail, but we do have a roll up as well up to the different circles. I guess what we probably need to decide on is whether these working groups as they stand at the moment are currently sitting within the right circles. I think most of them are, but there may be some grey areas. So that's perhaps a discussion for later on.
And here's another one for everyone. If we're breaking this up into circles and sub-DAOs, I think we probably need somebody to kind of be in charge a little bit, at least in terms of making the sub-DAOs and keeping an eye on the budget. So how do we decide that? Or do you think there should be a leader at all?
I really think that if we're going to really decentralize this, that people should, like I'm seeing what's been going on in the DAO space and how easy it is to be entrenched as a leader of one of these orgs, of one of these work streams, and then there's no clear process for how to be removed. I think it's really important that there's a clear process for the leadership of these things, and honestly I feel like it should be an election with Give token holders, where, kind of like a government election, because there's basically 3 options, right? I'm choosing the middle one. Election of a leader for each of the sub-DAOs, who's going to be in charge of basically managing the local vision of that DAO, as well as the budget, living within the budget, and proposing a direction that then is like held accountable by Give token holders. The other 2 options are, one, we just have entrenched leaders with entrenched visions and past processes, and there's no clear way to kick them out. The other option is you have full teams competing. So you have like the marketing team, the old marketing team here that's just not doing a good job, and someone's like, well, how do we get rid of them? Well, either we just like vote no on their budget or something, and they just stop getting paid and we have no marketing, or you have to start up a whole nother marketing team that's like vote no on them and vote yes on us, and it becomes this whole challenge.
So voting on teams within the sub-DAO.
What?
You would have the circles and then like the teams within it that are competing?
No, you would have one leader for each circle. Sorry, I was calling them sub-DAOs, but one leader for each circle who's responsible for coming up with the vision, living within a budget, and basically like saying, this is my plan. And then ideally there'd be someone else who's like, this is my plan. That could be internal or external. But I've just seen this issue with other DAOs where it's like the FDD, like in Gitcoin, it's just like, it's a lot of drama, Everyone's like, the spend is too much, The leaders have no other way, they're stuck. They're like, I have this team, this is my plan, but we don't want to just like kick the whole team out. We need a way to change the plan for that work stream without it being such a drama. No. 2 people driving every car. That's what we should do. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that there should be 2 leaders. I know, I'm sorry, it's like anti-DAO, but you don't have 2 people driving a car. One person does the pedals, one person does the steering wheel. No.
Okay. These are really cool ideas. I think it'll be hard to start, and I'm like, are the Give token holders like to start with? Are they the right people, or maybe it's like an NR Give thing to start with? and then it's like progressive decentralization. I think option 2 might sound the easiest, and then go to option 1, like progressively, like provisional government, but then we'll have elections in 3 months. You know, it's like, or we can some hybrid.
As long as there's a process for removing, for basically having the ability to remove a leader from a circle, and for there to be debate on direction for the circle.
Yeah, debate, or we could say places to align.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, we want to align. We don't want to be constantly debating. God, we could debate all day, Griff. Cool. Any other? That's super interesting. And are there any other points we want to get here before we move on to the rest of the call? Cool. Let's fire through this. We've got about 18 minutes left here. Moving on into stuff in the DAOs we voted on. Snapshot is all good. However, we do have this guidance proposal up that would really benefit from your support, integrating Karma governance analytics. So this is the proposal to actually pay them out and give tokens. So $5,000 worth of gift tokens, $278,000. And I actually did this with Mahesh, so he did this actually by himself. Not one of us doing it. So yeah, this thing about shit, what does it say? It's down here. It's about like 600,000 more give to pass. So go ahead and please vote on this. Only 90,000. And then it can pass in a month. So go ahead and support that, please. After that, I think Rochelle, I can see you trying to work on it there. This is the proposal to get up the core team compensation for December, I think. Yes, Rochelle?
Yes. But I don't think I added it in the agenda. But I just added that earlier today.
Yeah, I saw you stuck it in the DAO channel. That's cool. All right. Well, Aragon doesn't want to load for me today, but that's there. And I don't think there's anything else. There's nothing in the multi-sig, so I think we good. Some stuff in the forum here. Just following our discussion last week, I put up this poll for updating the Giveth eligibility requirements. A couple questions there just to clarify things. And I can see 10 people have already participated. And I'll probably call this done in the next couple days. So if you want to be heard, this is your chance. After that, future of giving poll here, I think, oops, let's open that up. Maybe Kotabi, you want to give us the rundown?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, Mo already prepared some first demo of how that is optimized for mobile, or of how to sign in from your wallet using Maze, and kind of like use see the user experience in Giveth, but like outside of Giveth, it's just kind of like a demo. And Mo will be able to do this for a couple of workflows, for example, donation, claiming givebacks, and using Give Power. And he thinks he can. I mean, he could have it by the flea and by December, which is like so in about 1 month, optimized for mobile. But for desktop, he cannot promise that he will have it. But we could use it for just showing out the demo of how the UX in Giveth works, which can be very convenient with some potential partners or investors, and just showing very simple and very easy how Giveth is working. And the second one is that Maze is used to get feedback on the user experience. So it would be nice to use it for 2 to 4 months, see how it is working, try to collect as much feedback as we can on the UX to make it better. And then we can reassess if we want to have professional Maze for more time or not. The cost of the membership is $99 per month. I talk a little bit with Mitch of how we can do this, and if we want to give Mo and the sign team a little bit more time, I could, for example, use my card or something else, and then get reimbursed in the gift gardens. But I just wanted to know kind of like a signaling here on what these people thinking. I think that the reaction to the Give Me Later has been in general very positive. But in general, I just wanted to bring it to the governance call. And I don't know if you have something else to add to that, Mo.
Okay, I think you covered almost everything. Yeah, there isn't anything that I can add. Just adding that having this maze is not just for having just presenting the project to investor, or I don't know, but it's really helpful for the design team to be able to evaluate and see how people actually are using the Giveth, so we can actually improve it and make things much better. That's a really plus that's a really good thing for to have on the design. Yeah, that's it.
So there's like a clear, like this versus Figma prototypes. There's no comparison.
No, I guess not. And just another thing, and it's we can actually saw people using this prototype using Maze, like a recording, so we can exactly see how they are using it. I don't think there is another platform that, I mean, there is some other platforms, but they're not actually like Maze.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, I feel pretty good about just saying yes to this for a few months and then seeing how it goes. But you have this poll up here, right here. People can just go ahead and read it and then vote on this so we know how to move ahead. Any questions or comments? Oh, look, one more voter. Great. Cool. Anything else, guys? Or we'll move right into Buddy or PSA.
I thought I did. I thought Santi had something to talk about with the NFTs.
Yeah, thank you, Griff. We've started to discuss and talk with different groups a potential partnership to offer NFT collection launch to our project owners. We started having a meeting with Griff with ChangeDAO, and which didn't work out very well. And after that, I've got in touch with some that I already knew and some that answered one tweet that Griff posted. And the idea here is to figure out the different options that we have if we want to go the direction of partnership with one of these groups that offer tools to launch an NFT collection instead of developing from scratch. Absolutely. And one thing, I've been in contact with some of them and analyzing all the options that they have. There's basically three of them that I'm focusing on. One is Thora with Z, another one is Third Web, and another one is Unlock Protocol. And I would like to. I'm creating sort of a document, putting the pros and cons on each one of them, and I'd like to open up a discussion. I don't know if it's here today or some other place on Give Economy calls to together with development members to see what they appreciate is a good capability for a partnership of this with these conditions. You know, if what type of elements or features would they seek on a partnership from the development standpoint. And one of the reasons we're working on partnerships is trying to leverage, you know, exposability and you know, getting much more knowledge of Giveth through one of these partnerships.
I'm curious, like, the changed out thing seemed like an interesting option because they could kind of do everything, but now that we're going into it, do we know that projects actually want to have their own NFT collections?
I don't really think it's a tool for their own NFT collection. It would be a tool where they could use to launch any NFT collection if they reach an agreement with or in one of their members is an artist and they want to release a collection. It doesn't even have to be a PFP collection. It can be just one piece of art that they wanna sell, or some editions of one piece of art, or different pieces of art from one artist. At the end of the day, he's offering them a tool to use NFTs for funding on top of direct, you know, donations. But again, what I'm exploring here is the different capabilities of the platforms to see if we finally wanna move forward, at least have a clear picture of which one would better suit our needs.
And I don't have a strong research case, but I have talked with a few projects that have brought this up, like being interested in it. Also, on the options that you gave there, I know Jake has developed good relationships with my NFT. Maybe that will be one more to look into, Santix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the group today, and I plan to talk to Jake directly and get his knowledge on the platform before deciding if we want to also consider that.
And I also maybe this should be open for discussion on once that you are working on this, Santix, in a forum post. But maybe there could be a revenue stream from here, similar to how our partnership with Pambada works. I don't know. Could be up to discussion.
Yeah, there's different options. Some of them are completely free. Others take, like Zora, take a 5% commission of whatever you sell, which I don't like. And Third Web and Unlock Protocol are free. Third Web doesn't get absolutely anything. Unlock Protocol, they get a small commission in the event you use their credit card option. If you just pay with crypto, they are not taking any chunk at all. So if we don't plan to offer that option, even if we plan to offer it, if we do our own, now that we are already working with on-ramp fiat, now we could use ours and won't incur in any commission from their side.
Cool. All right, that's interesting. Well, I'll let you keep going with that. I just want to make sure that we're building stuff that people actually want at the end of the day.
I think it also just goes to our credibility as being the place to go to if you're fundraising in crypto. One of the most expensive NFTs ever sold was to support the war in Ukraine, or like a nonprofit in Ukraine. I think it was like $6.5 million of just a flag. That's all it was. And that went to Ukraine DAO, or I think Ukraine DAO set it up and then they donated it to some nonprofits. I mean, there have been two big innovations in fundraising on crypto. That's NFTs and quadratic funding. I think it makes sense to integrate them. They found product market fit, I would argue.
Great. Cool. Well, let's see what comes of this topic here. Maybe we'll have something more for next week. 3 minutes left. Buddy reviews. Make sure you hang out with your buddy every 3 months. Self-review form to give feedback for yourself and for Giveth. Contributor feedback form for any Giveth contributor at any time you want. If you're planning to hang out with your buddy, make sure you take some time to collect feedback from other contributors and to keep Nico in the loop. And
I have a buddy call. Yeah. Sorry.
yay.
Ashley has one tomorrow. Fill it out for us.
Yes, guys, and also let's give some feedback to Claire, please. Thank you.
Nice. Great. All right. Well, then let's wrap it up here 2 minutes early. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll do this same